it's there.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I work really hard at that. So, yeah. And likewise, I know that you work on it a bunch too.
I've got room for improvement.
We all have room for improvement. Yeah. Yeah. We all have room for improvement. Yeah. It is. Till we go.
How boring would it be if we were perfect?
Yeah, I know. It would be pretty cool if I could like breathe fire, like shoot lasers out of my eyes or something though. Or levitate. I'm still working on the water walking thing, you know. If I figure it out, I'll totally let you in. You know, like I walk over like frozen water really well, but like. Will you? Yeah, I know. Bend steel with my mind, you know. Yeah. Actually, I did that once. That's another story. Put a comp plan to it. I know. Yeah. I am ready to roll. Give me a 10-second countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, guys. Woo! Nice. Yeah, so we had a great lunch, and we just like to welcome back all of our virtual watchers. You are an important part of this process, and we are glad that you're here. And we're going to go ahead and start off with some awesome stuff. As we talked about, I'm not going to erase this earlier because I don't know if they need this or not, but we were talking about the different levels of creation. First, create with the mind. Second, create with the voice. Third, create with your hands or with your actions. Go out and take massive action and do stuff. Obviously, take the feedback you need to implement that feedback and then take your next step forward. So with that in mind, we're going to be, last night we started working at the level of the voice, right? With the king and the queen speech. Tonight we'll probably wrap up with a couple more of those. Is that cool? Everybody like that? Yeah. Okay. But for now, I want to show you how you can also use other people to help wake up your voice and how you can use your voice to wake up other people. So we're going to do an exercise, and we probably are going to put a couple of you on camera, so whoever our mic runners are, and whoever has our mobile cam, we're going to...
Behind you.
Okay, sweet. We're going to need you here in just a minute. And if you're at home, if you've got somebody that you can grab for a minute, or if you've got somebody, like if you got like a spouse, or if you've got a roommate or somebody who's willing to play along and do something that's a little weird and kind of cool, let's go ahead and like grab them and bring them in. And if not, if you got somebody you can call up on Skype chat, that'd be cool. And if not, you can just take a minute to do some journaling, and I'll kind of give you some instructions here in a minute. So with that in mind, what we're going to need to do like right away is we're going to break out into groups of 2, and I want you to work with someone that you actually don't know that well, right? So grab a hold of somebody you don't know that well, unless you absolutely don't want to. Okay, yeah, there we go. Groups of 2, somebody you don't know super well. Unless that makes you feel awkward, then I'll let you work with your husband, and that's okay too, okay? You can pick him, okay? I'll let you do that. You already picked him once, you can pick him again.
Okay.
Okay?
Just kidding.
And I'm going to give the mic to a mic runner. Okay, you got it? You're just going to follow him in a minute, so just be ready to follow him.
You want to see those standing when I go back?
It really doesn't matter for the exercise. You can be seated or standing, but let's kind of hang out in this general area. All right. So, okay, everyone, hang tight for just a second. Hang tight for just a second. Let's just there's going to be 3 phases to this. So, and I want to make sure that the rules are really clear because we want to keep a nice, safe environment, right? So first day we talked about safety, we talked about respecting everybody, we talked about uplifting everybody. This is an exercise where I am going to help you wake up your ability to cast life into another person.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah. Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we can like cast life into somebody else, we got to find that quiet spot inside, right? There's this incredible thing. Some of you have seen Dave do this on stage, right? Where he goes, and all of a sudden it's like his mind gets quiet, and then it's like, boom! and it goes out and it fills up the whole room, right? Raise your hand if you've seen that. Yeah, right. Raise your hand if you've seen somebody else do that. No. Yeah, there are other people. Yeah, I've seen Justin do that. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen Justin do that. And I've been in rooms where other people do that. The first time I saw that, I was 19 years old, and it blew me away. I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. And it's where somebody taps into something quiet. I think there's a great Bible metaphor. And no, we're not in church, right? But it's a great story, right? It's like Jesus is asleep. He's on the boat, and the boat's like rocking back and forth, and he's asleep, right? And all his people are around him, right? His downline's all right there with him, right? You know? And like they're getting ready, and they're like freaking out because like the boat's going crazy. And then they wake him up, and he just goes, peace. And everything around him goes and stops. It's like the peace inside moved outside, right? So that's what we're going to do. So first step to this is going to be to find peace, but we're going to do it in a mildly uncomfortable way, okay? Yeah, which is like, what? How does that work, right? Yeah. This is like peace in a mildly uncomfortable way. So what we're going to do first is we're going to activate our human Wi-Fi. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to turn and face the person that we're working with, and we're going to make eye contact. Okay, we'll actually probably do this second. So first thing, we'll still the mind. Second thing, we're going to make eye contact for somewhere between 30 seconds and a minute until I say go. And then I'm going to be timing over here. And I'm going to give you guys like about 2 minutes. And all you're going to do is you're going to speak life into the other person. And you're going to speak it right from the point of silence that you found, and you're going to tell them what you're seeing inside of them. That's why you principally want you working with somebody you don't know that well, right? And there's going to be words come to your mind, and there's going to be things that pop into your heart, and you're going to say them. Now, the only rule is no saying negative stuff, right? This is speaking life, not death. Right? So, right? We don't want to like wither somebody, right? You know, this is speaking vision. What do you see them doing? Where do you see them going? Okay? And actually, for some of you, this is probably going to be easier to do. I'm kind of thinking out loud while we're doing this. It's probably going to be easier if you're standing. That way you can actually face the person. And you want to be inside of their energy bubble. So let me show you what I mean by that. Paul, can you come up and help me?
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, put out your hand like this. Okay? So, and then your hand up like that. This is about where our energy bubbles are going to lightly touch. So that means that I need to take another step forward, and now we're sharing energetic space. Okay? So don't get weird about it. I'm not going to be like... Okay? Yeah, that is a little freaky, yeah. That's like inside of the intimate bubble. So actually, this is actually kind of interesting. This is more of an energy thing than this is not an NLP thing. But like this is where our outside energy bubbles typically are going to meet. There's a second layer to that right about here. And then this is like intimate space, right? So I'm not saying intimate space. I'm saying kind of like in this intermediate bubble range where it's like still comfortable but almost a little too close. Okay. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So with that in mind, that's why I said weird but cool, right? Weird but cool. Yeah. So first things first. You can stay seated for this piece, but we're going to need total quiet for this. Total quiet in the back. If somebody can just grab the kitchen people and tell them to be quiet. We're going to just take a minute to go totally grounded, totally centered, and then I'm going to have you in silence. I'll have you stand up, face your person kind of in their energy bubble, and just kind of make eye contact with them. And you're going to be activating your human Wi-Fi for about a minute. And then you're going to be speaking life for about 2 minutes in one direction. And then we'll give you a pause, let you recenter. And then we'll do it in the other direction. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Everybody got it? Any questions before we start? Raise your hands if you got questions. Okay, all right.
Do we need to decide who's going first?
Yes, decide right now who's going first. So turn to your partner, who's going first? Okay. Go means, yeah, first means speak. We need speakers. So raise your hand if you're the speaker. Raise your hand if you're the speaker. Okay, we got it? All right. All right, everybody got it? Okay, raise your hand if you don't know what we're doing. Well, yeah, no, we don't know what we're doing. This is great. Okay, cool. So a couple of you, the camera crew is going to come along, and they're just going to hand you a mic, and that means you will also be doing it for the live stream audience so that they can see what you're doing. Okay? Is that all right?
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. Okay, all right, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and center first. Let's go ahead and center. So just go ahead and do what you need to do. Go ahead and close your eyes. Go ahead and close your eyes. Put down your technology. You want your technology actually a little bit away from you for this, if you can. Couple feet. Okay. Okay, and then just start tuning into your breath. Find that space inside that's quiet. And allow yourself to connect just a little bit more with every breath. And just go totally silent and still. And just allow that silence to grow inside of you. When you think you found your inner silence, go ahead and open up your eyes and look at me. Okay. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Stand up silently, in silence. And I'm going to give you about a minute now to activate your human Wi-Fi, your human Bluetooth. Okay, step into the energy space. Make eye contact. And just in total quiet, just hold the eye contact, looking down deep inside the other person. And right down deep from the space and silence inside, I'm going to give you 2 full minutes. And I want you to tell them what it is that you see. Starting now.
You are love. You are consciousness. You are light. You are everything. You are greatness. You are powerful. You are truth. You are a light being. You are God. You are everything. You are beauty. You are a divine connection to other humans. You are a powerful being on this planet for a reason. You have an old and beautiful soul, very tranquil. Your love is a reflection, and the love that you see in others is a reflection of you, because you are love. You are light. You are connected as we are connected. And you can do anything, and you know this. You will achieve things minimal 10 times greater than you have ever achieved. You will make an impact on this planet. You will fulfill your purpose and your destiny for why you're here and why you chose to be here and why you choose to still be here. Your seeds.
Go ahead and wrap up over about the next 10 seconds.
To change for this
Go ahead and wrap it up. Give them a hug or shake
You are
their
beautiful.
hand.
You are love.
Okay? Okay. Now let's pause for a moment. Just close your eyes where you're at. Keep your balance. Close your eyes, or center with your eyes open is fine. Now let's go back into finding your center again. We're going to switch directions. And when you found your center, open up your eyes and make eye contact. Activate your human Wi-Fi. Just stare down deep into the other person's heart. And go ahead and speak life. You have 2 minutes.
I know you feel it. I know you do. And when I'm looking into your eyes and feeling this energy, all I see is strength, confidence, power, confidence. When I'm looking at you and I'm seeing your strength, what makes it so attractive
I see you as
is
someone
it's not
who
an
is
intimidating strength.
who
It's
is
not an
bringing
overwhelming strength.
a maturity
It's one that feels safe
and
and
a
secure.
level of commitment that has
One that everybody
been
can feel
lacking
welcome
in
to.
many areas.
You have
and
that
you are the
energy.
forefront of that
You have
movement.
that power
You're the forefront of a
to
movement
literally lead
of mature
thousands of people.
commitment
And you know
to
that.
living a full life, to
When I look into
inspiring
your
those
eyes,
around
I see
you,
a
and that's what
very
you do.
clear divinity
And you do
of
that not through
strength
your words. You do that through
and confidence.
being a steadfast lighthouse
And the more I continue
of
to look
hope.
into your eyes and
And
feel your
for
heart,
people around
it's
the world
very
seeing
clear
you
to me that nothing
like me,
is in
we
your
see
way.
truth,
And
and
everyone
we see
that comes with you
ability, and we
is on a
see
beautiful journey,
100%
beautiful,
commitment
powerful journey that you're
to
leading them through.
greatness,
Because there's
and
not
to
many
elevating
people that
yourself,
can
and to
lead like
limiting
you do.
excuses and finding reasons why
You know that, don't you?
you can do this.
You know
And
that, don't you?
anyone can do this because you can.
Not many
And
people
because you can,
are
everyone will.
willing to tap into your power.
But you must continue to do it.
And literally,
You must
I
continue to
can
be consistent,
feel it
and you
here.
are going to be.
Not only
Because
am I
that's who you are.
tapped in,
It's not a
I feel
choice
that
to be
you
consistent.
have the strength
That is you.
to move
You are consistent.
nations.
You are consistent. You are someone who,
You have the
who
strength
inspires
to
those around you
change your life.
simply by being who you are.
You have the confidence.
And when you continue to do that, you'll find yourself feeling better,
I feel very
elevating your
enlightened
own
standing next to
mindset
you, like a
and,
very
and
clear,
confidence in what you're
concise
doing, and you'll
image
be
of
finally given
strength.
the recognition
And what I'm seeing
that
is just power.
you need to
A
give
man
yourself,
that's standing in his
and
power.
it will come from inside
People want to follow.
because
that
that's
women feel safe
what's what you do
around.
in the most powerful
People
way.
want
You
to learn
recognize
from.
greatness,
That people feel
and when
divinity.
you look in the mirror, like I look at you now, I see that. And I see
You
how
have that.
you can give that to yourself on a daily basis
have it.
with no need for external
That's why every time
kudos
you
or
speak,
anything.
you
You
know
give that to yourself, and that's how you
you know.
bring that to the world.
In about 15
I
more
believe it's
seconds.
time.
15 more
That's what I have to
I
seconds.
say
believe
about
it's
that.
time. Do you believe it's time? Yes, indeed. I can see it when I'm looking into you, like this moment and this.
When you're wrapped up, give a handshake or a hug.
Everyone else should feel. It's so clear. That power is so clear. But like I said, it's not overwhelming. It's like I can follow. I can trust.
Yeah.
I can.
That's one of the weird things about being in front of a room. If I look over here, I'll mess with everybody in about a 10-foot radius, right? Yeah. All right, come on back, guys. guys. Come on back.
You're awesome.
Well, actually, vision casting will reset. We'll vision casting will reset. Come on back. Come on back. Yeah, go ahead and head back to your own seats. Go ahead and head back to your own seats. Okay. So, just from a couple of you, I'd like to hear what was it that just. Yeah, what was it that just happened? Let's get mics out. We need a mic right over here. We'll need a second mic runner probably, too.
I was doing exercise with Paul, and it was just amazing that someone can emanate pure love from their eyes. Just in that 60 seconds of connecting, just pure love just pouring out of someone's eyes from their soul is just a beautiful thing. And I've never quite experienced that before like that, so thank you for that.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Big round of applause for her.
So I've got a confession. I've actually done this exercise a little bit like this before. So I was a little bit prepared when I did it with Nuno. But I don't really know Nuno that well. And like, Erica's just said there, being able to channel a very pure, undistorted thought, a very unselfish feeling, and literally, like we did with the other exercises, you can see reactions happening on his face. Tears were starting to come to his eyes. It's as if we were talking without moving our lips. And this is two guys doing this, right? And he's a pretty muscular guy too, as well. So anyhow, but it was very fulfilling, and it was energetic. When we got done, we felt like there was a bond created right away.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
Yeah. Big round of applause. Okay, right over here, and then we'll take you in the back, and then we'll move on from. Oh, we got one over here too. Okay, so we'll go. I think here, and there, and we'll wrap up over there. Go ahead.
It's such a blessing to look somebody in the eyes and emanate from your heart all of this energy and love, and just breathe life into them. And it's powerful to give this to other people, and it's also powerful to experience and receive all of this energy, and feeling inside that you're worthy to receive it, and having this in the eyes that this pure intention, this pure love, that even without speaking, you can see in their eyes all of this energy of love, all of this energy of just pouring into you. And it's a powerful thing both to experience and to give yourself. And it's transformational. And when you also speak it out loud, and you, also with your words, and you are putting 100% of your energy into love, into helping this person to see how great he is, and really coming from your heart. I saw in the eyes really like a transformation, and this energy is palpable, it's strong, and it creates something amazing that I just think that if we do it for our team members and for our people, breathing life into them, it can totally transform their life. Yeah.
Round of applause. When we learn to find that space of quiet inside and speak from it, that's the most powerful thing that we can do. And when we can connect with one human being first, and then when we learn how to connect with a group of people that way, it's incredible. So thank you for sharing. Now, interestingly enough, while he was sharing, his color was shifting all over his face just now. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. It's probably easier for us to see than for anybody else because we're up front. But something woke up inside of you, didn't it? Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Okay, in the back.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
Dee, I did see you.
Thanks again, Will. Is this on? Are we good?
I don't know. Try again.
Are we on? There we go.
There you go.
Once again, a breakthrough. I mean, I don't know how many you're limited to in a weekend or a lifetime, but
you're all in, so you get them all.
Right.
Well, another reason to go.
First of all, I have to set the stage. When you said go pick somebody, I didn't. I was sitting here and everybody seemed paired up, and all of a sudden Alex sits down next to me, doesn't say a word, and so it's more like you are pairing up with me, and the image of Rocky and the Russian fighter, I must break you, comes into my head, right? And he's kind of an intimidating guy. He's big.
I fight for me.
I fight for me, not my country, and he's a big guy, and I'm sitting here, and he's on the leaderboards. He's our $1 million earner, and he's an amazing guy, and Anna and him are such a dynamic, what I would call a very strong leader couple. I mean, they're both amazing, strong leaders. And so I'm thinking, how am I going to look and tell him something about himself? So I just did the exercise. I just let go and listened to you, and all of a sudden I saw through his face, through his muscles, into his eyes, and all of a sudden the character from one of my favorite books, King Benjamin, came out, and I realized who he really is. He's a king that doesn't lead by ruling. He's a king that leads by being in the fields, cultivating his own crops while teaching others to do the same. And that is the kind of king that we should all want to be. That's the kind of king David Wood is. He's one of the few owners that's out there showing us he's the very best in the world. Why else would you want to be anywhere else? Alex is a student of David's. I'm a student of both of theirs now, because I want to be that kind of servant leader. I don't want to be the guy out there that's telling everybody, hey, go sign people up. Well, why? You're not doing it. Oh, because I'm a leader. I'm in management mode.
Right.
That's a problem in this industry. This guy's an amazing leader. And for those of you who don't know King Benjamin, he's a king that was known for, he was the hardest working person I've ever met that was a leader. And that's who Alex was to me. It was amazing.
Thank you. Round of applause. Okay, let's go right up over here. Sure. And then we'll end with D, and D will be our last one.
Okay.
Check the temperature. So
Kim Souza. My partner for this exercise was Kevin Souza. So we cheated a little bit. Actually, did not do it with someone we didn't know well. So I thought that we were going to be regurgitating things that we already know about each other. And, some of that happened. But it really surprised me that when Kevin was speaking to me, that he actually saw something that I didn't know he saw, that I didn't know was there. That really surprised me. I thought it would just, be everything he already knew about me. But I didn't realize that a part of me needs time for solitude, and I seek that out. And he saw that by looking in my eyes. And he was right. He had to take a break earlier. And I went out in the back, and I found a spot, and I created that space of solitude for myself and got into a relaxing mode. And I needed that time. And I didn't even really realize it until he saw it inside of you.
Beautiful.
That was really cool.
Thank you. Anyone for D right up here? And then we'll end with D.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you went before me, because it's the opposite dynamic, right? I did it. I always do everything with Justin, right? It's like I wake up, he's there, middle of the day, you're still there at night. Hey, who's there? So this exercise, he's like, find someone you don't know. So I shot up real quick. And I'm like, well, I feel like I know a lot of y'all, but, I found an excellent partner here. And it's incredible for someone who, let's be real. You see my face, but you don't know me. Justin knows me, but you don't. So to look me in the eye, to look me in the face, and then for us to high five, I feel like I got a new best friend. Just, what was it, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for telling us to find someone we didn't know.
Thank you. So, yeah, huge. So raise your hand if you felt like you had a little breakthrough right there. Okay, look at that. Look at the room. That's why we did it, right there. And once you master this process, I recommend you practice it with your new team members. Just look into them for a minute. You don't have to go all weird and go quiet for a long time. You'll learn to do it pretty quick. You just look at them. You make the eye contact. You activate your human Wi-Fi, and then you speak right from the heart. Super powerful.
I just want to say something about Vitali. This is just meeting him at events. He would always be in that personal, you kind of feel uncomfortable space, but he has such a like warm, loving soul, and he just like look you in the eyes. So I don't know if that's an Israeli thing, but you would always do that. And so this exercise kind of reminded me what he always just does when he talks to people.
Yeah, I do recommend for general rapport purposes. In here, hold out your hand. Okay, just hold out one of your arms. For the West, we're talking, Western world. Go ahead and drop your hand. For two guys, this is about normal space. Okay. If you have longer arms, if you're really big, you need to give people a little bit more space, right? Now we're talking rapport. Now, once you have rapport, you can move in a little bit, and this is still comfortable space. If you move past, hold up your arm. Okay. If I move past about here, he's going to start to feel really weird, right? Okay. It's like, hi, Dave. How you doing? Right?
Depends on how good his breath is.
I know. It depends on how I brush my teeth or not, right? But
that's Walmart prospecting range.
That is like Walmart prospecting range right there. All right. So just real quick. I mean, a couple of interesting things happened, right? While you guys were doing that, something happened up front. And that is that I was looking at each of you, and a really strong image came into my mind years ago. I remember being inside of a cave, and for a moment they turned off all the lights, and it went completely dark. And have you ever been in a place where it's so dark that you can't even see your hand? You move your hand in front of your face, and you wave it, and there's just maybe there's a little optical illusion because you're moving, but there's really nothing that you can see. And then the guide lit a match. And we all had candles, and one by one candle went around lighting another candle, and before long, the cave was really fairly well lit with 100 candles. And what I saw in my mind is I saw just a world filled with darkness, and then I saw a single light. Yeah. A single candle up there, and then one by one turning to one person and the next, lighting a light, one after the other. And I saw each of you turning around and lighting lights in the people that you come in contact with. One person lighting another human's light. And as their light comes on, turning around and lighting more lights. And the real question is how much light can we bring into the world, lighting one candle at a time? And the power of what I saw in this room is I saw a room, and I saw into the virtual room. I saw a room full of people. With all of us in the virtual world, we're what? I don't know, we're 1,000 people, something like that, maybe more. Thousands of people lighting tens of thousands of lights that fill the world with a blazing light. And that's what I saw while you were talking to each other today.
It's interesting because is this on? Is this on? Okay, cool. I just thought my voice was loud. I started this company because I love building people, and so I call it an Empower Network because the word is what it is. And that's how you name something, actually. You're supposed to name something in marketing, I found out later, after we created names like the Costa Rica Mastermind, which was not a good name. But is you name something for what it does, right? Like, what's the purpose of it? What does it do? Then that becomes its name. Well, that's what Empower Network is it's a network that is there to empower people, to lift them up, to get them dreaming. And it really is beautiful when somebody's lights turn on the inside, like Will described, when there's like a flame that lights. I've seen people do amazing things who came from nowhere. I saw Justin light up, Paul Hutchings, Mike Hobbs, just saw him totally change. Darren, been working with Darren for years, Rob Skinner, I know you're having a breakthrough this weekend, and you've been looking for one, and you're having it here. Rui over in in Portugal, Alex, Mike. I just, all you guys are special to me. And I want you to know that for me, Empower Network has not been a thing that I built for me to get. It's a thing that I built to give. And if we focus on giving, we will change the world, Because one thing I learned on first night, on Thursday, was that when you're walking through fire, it always ends. And we will come out unscathed. Give my brother a hand. So, a couple of things, and then we're going to need to ram through some videos here. And maybe we'll go late into the night again. Thank you guys, by the way, for letting me in the breaks just disappear. I'm not trying to be antisocial when I do that. I just want to let you know that, being up here, we're in uptime. Right. And I need to rest my brain in order to be able to stand here all day. So appreciate that and for the understanding, because I'd like to just actually socialize all day and night. But a couple things. People have asked, why isn't Chris Jones here? And especially probably after Thursday night, maybe people think there's something weird going on. And there's not, okay? He was here actually on Thursday, and something happened with the mother of his son's mom. That just sounded weird. His son's mom, okay? And she had some sort of emergency, and he had to take a red-eye flight back on Thursday night to his home. He says he misses all of you. Everything's fine, okay? But he had to take off. And also, Chris Jones is 100% focused on Project Titan and what we're creating there. I'm 100% focused on Empower Network and bringing Empower Network back to the right space, okay? And so he's actually been just flying around nonstop, exhausted, 80 to 100 hours a week, meeting with people, getting venture capital and things like that. And truthfully, he's just beat and exhausted. And we wanted to focus the weekend and the majority of our energy on making the community right, creating what we got the way we want it to be. All right. Does that make sense to everybody in here? Okay, so I keep forgetting to bring it up, and I think that it's to a point where, and it's honestly because I just keep forgetting. He's reminded me 8 times, and then I get up and I start talking about something else and forget. And then he just actually held a sign that said Jones and Project Titan back there, and kept going like this, or I probably would have forgotten again. And so thank you, Mars, for reminding me, and I apologize for not bringing it up earlier in the week. So that's what's going on there. You guys ready to make some sales videos?
Yeah. Let's take a 30-second energy reset. So let's have everybody stand up.
Maybe we could bong some Red Bulls.
Bong some Red Bulls?
Is that what you mean by energy reset?
That's right. Go, go, go. Start with Paul, all right? Okay, in the back. In the back, yeah. Yeah, where's the...
I've done that before.
Yeah, where's the hose? Where's the hose? Okay, Red Bull, down the bong. Okay.
Well, if you don't dry it often, it works better.
Okay. Give us some dance music. We're going to do 1 minute of dancing right here. If you're in your chair, Kevin, you can dance here from the chair, okay? So give us something with a beat. Okay, and then crank up the volume. Woo! Come on, guys, move your bodies.
Does anybody else feel awkward?
Yes. Not until you do that. Okay. All right. Quiet. Let's go ahead and settle down and back over to Dave.
Now that we all feel awkward, let's begin.
I will take one.
All right. So we got some cool sales videos to make and a lot of stuff to cover. So we're going to get right into brainstorming. Who here has gotten value from watching this and also participating in it? All right.
Super powerful.
And I have too, because this is, so true story. So I was, a few weeks ago, I just got into a mode to get Empower Network doing $10 million a month quickly. Yeah. And I was like, I started taking a look at all of our stuff, and I was like, this just feels off, right? There's something just off here, right? Because I built Empower Network for a certain reason, for a certain way. And then I just kind of let things accumulate, over $180 million in sales. Not that that's a good excuse. And I logged into the back office, and I was just looking at things, and I was like, if I was a new person, what would I think about this? And what I thought was, I would think, what the fuck is this, right? And so I got with the team, right, and immediately started redesigning a back office, started designing a blog for the front of the site. By the way, with that blog, I want to get you guys' feedback on it. So those of you who don't have really intricate things that you could install that, or maybe even install it on a new site and click around on it, we can then brainstorm on it maybe on Sunday to give us feedback to make it better as we're starting to test, okay? So if you guys do that also on the live stream, it's the Get Money theme in Kalatu, you can do that. So I start designing a theme, I start redesigning a back office, I made new 8 core commitment videos, a welcome video, 2 upsell sequences, right, 3 sales videos, and a whole bunch of other stuff that none of you guys ever saw but was tested at one point or another in the funnel over the last few weeks. I wanted to see what could get done. And then I came here, and they were hassling me, and they were like, Dave, what are we going to do with the event schedule, right? And I just kept ignoring it, right, because I didn't know what was going to be finished by the time we were at the event, and that kind of determined what I was going to be able to do here, right? And so I got here on Tuesday, and then I was talking to my brother, and I said, I know what we need to do, which is what we're doing right now. So that's when this was planned. Cool, huh? How it all comes together just in the right way, right? Our first event, actually, we didn't plan anything, and we went there, and I was sitting at a whiteboard, and I was like, okay, what are we going to do here? People are here for 3 days, right? We just got through all the stress of finding a place, and then they were trying to get a schedule, and we're like, no, just give us a microphone, and we'll talk till 2 in the morning. And they're like, that's not how this works. And I said, that is what's going to happen, And so that's what we did. But the only thing we came up with is that the sales process works, the company works, and we just need to get people to believe in it. Right? So now this is about what's the purpose of this event. This event is bringing Empower Network back to its core. That make sense? Yep. Taking the core of Empower and restoring it. Reorienting everyone. Right? And in the process, selling. Because I figured, I've never sat there with people in a room while I'm making sales videos, and probably I could create better ones with everybody's feedback. Which now that I've done it, I can't believe I didn't think of it years ago. It's great. Thank you for the live stream, for all of your feedback too, right? And so that's why we're here, because there's no better way. We've had feedback like people don't know how to sell our products. Well, there's no better way to teach you than to ask your feedback on how to sell it and then selling it in front of you, right? We've had feedback that it's confusing, so we just built a blog that people will get when they start. And we've had a lot of other feedback, like the back office is confusing, so we simplified it. We've been gathering together with the leaders, and they've given us feedback on making it more simple, right? And we are going to get simple and good, because that's how you duplicate, right? Reduce and specialize, right? That's how you duplicate. So it's better to take things out than it is to add things in a lot of the time. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, so we're going to get into sales videos. Which product is next? The team building formula, right? So let's do this. We've got team building formula. We got 12 steps. Step 1, admit you're powerless to change. I'm joking. Some of you have been through his 12-step program. 11, 12. All right, so TBF, right? Cost is $1,000. This is going to be seen by people who have just purchased the top producer formula. So it's going to go top producer formula to the team building formula if they purchase, right? And the goal of the video is to get as many people to buy as possible. Actually, normally we have on an overall percentage, this is not conversions right in the process, but overall percentage, about 7 to 8 and 10 of the people that buy top producer formula end up buying the team building formula. That's been all through our history, right? So I'd say let's shoot for this will aid in getting us to higher than that. We'll say 90%. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I like being ridiculous. So, what are some things we can do that relate to team building to capture attention? Microphones. You got 2 here. Give me one of them, and then you can take one of them, and we'll run. Yeah, that relate to Vitaly. And we're going to go through these a little bit quicker because we got lots of videos, but we're going to all brainstorm together.
Maybe we can stand in a circle as a team and jump.
That would be weird. Jump in a circle. Maybe we could all team up and throw Kevin Connect in the pool. No.
What if we?
Oh, to Will.
What if we pretend like we are having a home meeting and like that's how we are building? Like we could be passing around like vitamins to try or something. I don't know.
Okay. And then we just like put a big X and
yeah.
Just joking.
Hey, Dave. Well, your hallmark is jumping in the pool. We could have like a big group of people just charge into the pool and like dive in.
The only problem is that the subsequent things we need to make after that, and the fact that people are staying in random places.
We'd all be all wet.
I don't know what would get ruined from all the wet clothes.
Right, got it.
Huh?
Just Kevin in the pool.
Oh yeah, just Kevin. Just Kevin. Throw Kevin in the pool. All right. We got a lot of pool things, right? So, all right, what do you got?
What about in the beginning of, when, because a lot of people have kids that play like baseball, softball, and the whole team gets together and they go like 1, 2, 3, 5, the hands all together. Huddle.
Yeah, we could do that. Huddle. That's actually, that would be interesting. I actually think that's a pretty good idea right there, actually. And we could say, "Don't be a wussy."
I'm going to go back to my idea of the pyramid, cheerleader pyramid.
Yes. Yes.
Make some calls.
We need some $1 bills.
You can't do it without a team.
It's a cooperative.
All right, what else? Oh, pyramid. I just like pyramids in general.
Let's do it.
And can we have somebody standing at the top of the pyramid and they'll be the pharaoh? That'd be so cool to have a ring called Pharaoh. That's the only. That'd be the only thing that would be better than gold, platinum, and diamond if it was like Pharaoh, Isis, Ra. Anyways, I'm actually not joking. I don't know why everybody's laughing. All right, so what else? What other ideas? And then we'll give you, instead of pins, we give you like those pharaoh clothes, like in the Stargate movie, those big helmet things.
Instead of a ring scepter.
Anybody else?
I just think Chad's idea is great. Like having a mock party, like what it would look like if you put 4 people up there standing up and you were trying to pitch them Amway without using the word Amway, and everybody's looking at it going, yeah, that it's just like it's just a spoof on it, and then you show them how they can really make money.
Why don't we actually just sell Amway in the video, and when they click buy, they're actually buying the team building formula? I'm joking.
I'm just curious if, you think mocking other companies is going to help us put the best foot forward.
No, it won't.
Okay,
Yeah, we're joking.
I understand that, but it's just a common thing that's running around the room. I just, time to get serious on what we really want to do with this.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's good feedback.
Hey, Dave, how about if we were all outside and we worked together as a team to lift a vehicle? I know the safety issues there, but work together as a team, as one. So we simulate people trying to do it by themselves, and it's not happening. Then you come out and you say team building formula or something, and everyone goes and picks up one vehicle. We just get it an inch off the ground, but it works. People see it come together, drives the message home.
And we can also put the attractive female pyramid on top of the car.
That's right.
We can put Kevin
This guy comes up with good ideas, doesn't he? I actually like the lifting a car.
I think we can do it.
I
might fail, but what's
Civic out there.
That sounds like a really good idea. Anybody got a better idea than that? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hoagie has a corny idea. Let's do it.
Corny idea. You know how captains pick a team? I got you. Okay, you, and assemble your team.
Yeah, okay. Okay, assemble a team.
Corny, but it would work.
It's visual.
Yeah, visual. What else?
Maybe like Red Rover, have everyone like lock arms and maybe give some other people signs that have some type of something running at them, and as a team you're holding it back and they're not letting it go through.
Okay. So stopping something together.
It should be funny.
Just put mojo in it.
Yeah. I like that lifting a car thing. I got to admit, that's a good idea. Is there any drawbacks in that idea other than maybe damaging the car?
Damaging someone.
Like, can we actually lift a car? How heavy are cars? So 6 guys? Well, we got lots of guys in here.
Yeah, you guys have a lot.
Well, we get some girls in there, too.
Yeah, you can do it on top.
We just got to make...
We've got a few people on the live stream that had some pretty good ideas.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Angela Carter says we should do footage of the firewalk exercise where Dave, the leader, walked first and everyone else on the team followed him. How to get others to duplicate your actions as a leader.
That's good.
Up next,
No,
we
the only
have.
thing is that footage is kind of long, but so we shorten it down, I suppose. Well, the marketing team could make that short and badass. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got the team. That's another team thing. The marketing team can edit that, right? All right. So what else?
We have Kevin Nelson. Illustrate the old school spoof presentation, then show the difference in how we build a team here, new school ways and Uniline references, etc.
Okay. Cool. Difference of building. Okay.
And then one final one from David. What about everybody in the room holding Dave in the air?
I don't know if we want to risk our most valuable asset.
Oh, don't worry, I'll cover my ass. All right. One more. I think we've got one we could select from. So.
This one's good.
Okay.
So if you were to stand on the mantle, facing the mantle, and we're all there to catch you falling backwards, that's team building right there.
Yes, that is.
And weird.
Trustful.
Like a domino. Trustful. And the mantle's like perfect height.
It is. And I've also fallen on the floor every time I did that at a rave because I'm so heavy. I'm 100 kilos. I'm like 100 kilos. No, I'm not 100 kilos. I'm like 200 pounds. I don't even know. Yeah, about 200 pounds.
Yeah, we're going to need some help.
Yeah. But that would be funny if I fell on the floor and didn't hurt myself. And it'd be like, okay, the team needs some work, so let's tell you how we're going to fix it is we're going to get them all to go through the product.
They all need to get
all right, so falling, Dave Wood falling. Falling for a trick.
Albert Kirby says, how about tug of war with
Tug of war.
the team against forces of evil? Ooh.
That'd be again, tug of war. So who's going to be the forces of evil?
Put a bag on it.
A bag on their head. First thing you do is disable the enemy. All right, so rapport credibility, it's easy because we've got people that have. What we'll do is we'll use good team stories. So who in here is the best team? Who you think you've got one of the best team building stories in Power Network? I think Mike. I think that these two, Paul and this guy. Actually this whole team here is really good. So he's got a good one because his income went way up because he focused on team building. Tracy Walker.
She didn't have a team at all. She's like, I didn't have a team. No.
Yeah, Sarita would be cool.
Like her, it's really authentic.
Yeah. Who else?
Lawrence. Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Tracy.
Well, who in here thinks you could just frame a really great story? Raise your hand for team building. Would like to be in the video. I think it matters too much because these are new people predominantly coming through that they're going to be exposed to it. In upsells, I found it just doesn't matter.
Where's Tracy? What kind of story are you looking for? Like an income?
Just credibility, social proof.
Paul is good because it encapsulates a lot of people in the room, and maybe it can like show the people.
Well, we could talk about this because he was a result of the first guy I sponsored.
There you go.
You know, how many people are in the room are in Paul's team? Holy shit! I mean, that's the first guy I sponsored on the internet. You know, sponsored Paul and quit. You know, it's like a third of the room. That was like 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Bam! Love you, dude. All right, so we'll use Paul's story.
And he's an apostle. So.
He is an apostle. Actually, his name used to be Saul. Long story.
Yeah.
Involved a highway to Damascus.
A nutritional company, you mean?
Yes, exactly. His name was Saul, and he was selling vitamins, hurting the saints of Empower Network. And then one day he saw a vision while driving to a home meeting. And Dave Wood appeared to him and said, Paul, why persecutest thou me? I know these stories way too well, don't I? Oh gosh! It's like, some people are like, "What are you talking about? You've got to read the Bible sometime." It's in there somewhere. All right, so we use the Paul. One day I will say that on stage. That is a great story to make. That is a great story right there. Okay, so Paul's story. All right, perfect. All right, so we've got the problems that people have. Well, in this industry, actually, they're pretty clear problems. We don't need to brainstorm too much here, but pretty clear, right? And that is, on the internet, people sponsor and they don't duplicate, right?
Yes.
People duplicate sometimes on a small scale, no leaders, right? Or they duplicate when they get people, but they can't sponsor.
Yeah.
Or they duplicate and they die from phone calls. Right? Some of y'all have a swollen ear that's not from wrestling, and you know what I'm talking about. Bad jokes today. Bad jokes. All right, they duplicate and they stress themselves out from overwork, right? What other problems do they have? They offer to help everyone. Right.
Two people, and they focus all their energy on helping them, and they quit and they don't sponsor.
Right, yeah. They don't know what to do when they get a team.
Or not willing to build a team. Too afraid to.
Right? They're too afraid to build a team. Right? What other problems do they have? What other problems do people have that we should probably pass the microphone around, actually, just because I just remembered again that the live audience cannot hear.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's a big difference between sponsoring people and getting people around, like a group of people, and an actual team.
Yeah.
So that's a completely different concept.
Duplicating with no culture.
And Team Building Formula actually addresses that.
Yeah. Why do most of the people, actually all the people that have tried to knock off of Empower have gone out of business? All right. Why? No culture. No vision, no culture. That's why. Right? So they duplicate, no culture. Why else? What else? Or we have enough problems. What's the problem that will speak to the person coming through?
The number one problem we're having team-wide in PPA is there are a few people that are excelling in sponsoring, but 99% of the people are either sponsoring one or none. They really are having a problem. This is an extraordinary room, and I think sometimes we forget that we sponsor 80 people, and when you look back down to it, 75 of them never sponsored more than one or two people in your downline. To me, that's the glaring problem.
Okay. No small-scale duplication that's more predictable.
Yeah, there's another thing important. Somebody that comes through the process and buy the team building formula, they're just beginning. They don't have a team. So it's not easy to make them understand why should I be buying this right now, because I don't have anybody.
I could make them understand that, but what do you think would help?
To make them know that it's better to have the information before you need them. So
that'll help.
To dig the well before you're thirsty, that's like.
Well, it's the question, right? Do you want to go and sponsor people and create leverage, or sponsor people and have a job?
A lot of people come into this without leadership training, so Team Builder Formula does give quite a bit of leadership training, or they might have a personality issue, like for example Mike Hobbs. He's an introvert. He may not want to be a people person. I had a gentleman on my team named Paul as well, who was extremely introverted, yet he was able to build a team because he had the team building formula. So even though he's completely shy and he's like a ghost, never see him.
Yeah.
Their sponsoring's kind of and their team building's dependent on their personality. They can't get outside of who they are, so everything is kind of dependent on just them. Mm-hmm. Their recruiting and their three-way calls and,
team
and that type of thing.
Team won't go outside personality. Okay, and why does that happen? So we could. What is it that somebody new who's coming through is likely to do that would cause that?
Get in the way instead of pointing them to the team building formula and try to teach them their own.
Yeah, make a team site. How to get started and make a team site and spend 3 months making no money.com.
I think one of the biggest things when somebody is building a new team, especially somebody who's never done it before, is that they need to learn to communicate with confidence.
Okay.
And that's something that I think it really teaches you to do, is that because if they're new, they're thinking, well, I don't. It's new to me to even have people on a team. How do I speak to them with the confidence so that they see me as a leader?
Someone taking a look at it for the first time, many of them don't even know that in order to earn big income, you need to build a team and learn how.
Okay, so more money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what are the commissions they get from Team Building Formula if they make a sale? What's the range? 300 if they're brand new and no rank, and up to 600, right? So $300 to $600, right? 10 sales a month, $3,000 a month. If you have a team, 10 sales a month downline from new people, $3,000 a month. Pretty good way to work out math. You could do 30 sales a month downline across your whole team, $10,000 a month. How'd you like to make 30 sales a month with your team and make $10,000 a month? About, be 9,000.
For the Blues, I just realized that none of this stuff besides like money is like fun. So when you're building a team, you actually have like people that you can call up and say, let's go to Costa for 2 weeks, let's go here. Like you have friends and the lifestyle.
Therefore, the pattern interrupt should be fun. I like the car thing. Is that fun enough, or is that too aggressive?
It's both.
Fun and aggressive?
Yeah, because it's different. It's crazy. It's crazy, fun, blues, but we don't have anything.
You want to stand on top of the car while we lift it?
Stand? I'll be able to load it.
I have a truck.
Or sit down on it or something?
Yeah.
Put it in the back of my truck, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And you just be smiling, and we'll lift the car up.
It's a pretty truck, Dee.
Okay, so the car, we'll lift a car. All right. And the firewalk is good too, though.
Yeah.
So the firewalk and the car are the two best ones there. We've already got the firewalk footage.
Yeah.
So what is it? So okay.
The fun can be incorporated just with like a B-roll of clips of smiling together and having fun. It doesn't have to like do a whole skit on it or anything.
Yeah. All right.
But it should be included as like this benefit of what they get.
Fun. Well, you're going to have more fun if you work less hard to have a bigger team, won't you? Cool stuff. Hey, who in here knows what the best example of the team building formula in action is that we have in Empower Network so far? What do you think? Portugal. This event. Yeah, you go watch that product and then think about this event. You'll break through. Because we're doing in this what I say to do in that product. Okay? All right, so, all right, we got it. We got enough. We got enough problems, and we're going to show solutions, right? So the solutions are going to be, they're going to make, $300 to $600 per sale. That'll be an obvious benefit. How'd you like to make $10,000 a month with just 30 people buying in your team without even making a single sale? You know what I mean? You need to make a sale. 30 sales happening down line in a month. That's actually fairly simple to do if you think about it, isn't it? All right, so you've got that. You've got, let's see, what else? We're going to show you how to make more money, less time. We're going to show you how to create leverage as you're building. We're going to show you how to have more fun while working less. We're going to show you how to not just sponsor, but to duplicate a team. We're going to show you not just how to duplicate a team, but we're going to show you how to create culture. Okay? And we're going to show you how to create culture that creates leaders, and that creates wealth. Okay, good enough. You guys think that's good enough? Any other thought? All right, cool. All right, so we've got set expectations. What can they expect? Right? Anything different that we've already mentioned? I think we just build that into the benefits. Right? Anything else? Any other expectations? And don't expect some mamsy-pamsy home meeting bullshit. We're going to tell you the truth, what all the big dogs do. The loopiness begins. All right, we got it. All right, so social proof constructed in the process of the video, that's fine. And irresistible offer. Okay, so the offer part, this is important. All right. We could put the 15K formula in there as a bonus, but it's just outdated, so I think we shouldn't. No, it's too much. But we've got the solo ad training that Michael Martin has already made as a bonus. Right, so we can obviously put that in there. Then you and Alex have made that together, right? So we've got the solo ad training.
Module 4 of the 15K formula is still good. It's just video marketing by you.
The first one is pretty good too.
Visualization. And that one's good for sure. It's in kind of the inner circle too, but.
And the email. Yeah, the email stuff is all really good.
So the email stuff, we could section out parts of the team building formula. I just think that we need to get rid of the parts of that product given to new people that are not accurate anymore. Yeah, if we're going to take anything from it. But there's parts of it that are good.
Yeah, you can delete like 3/4 of it and keep. But the stuff that is good is amazing. So.
I watched Module 4 pretty recently. I still got a lot of that.
Well, we could just put like his stuff in the 15K formula and then take out all the stuff in there that's like old. That's an option too. The speed blogging actually is still good too, except for the interface has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What else can we offer as benefits and bonuses? Reasons for acting right now. If they buy right now, they get something.
Just to backtrack one bit, one element of demographic is the yellow personality, which makes up for 30% of the population for team building. So, for example, what Roy and